So today we are going to talk about the order Lepidoptera, with consists of butterflies and moths. And this presentation will include myself, Ashley, Amy, and Macy today.
Okay, so some of the distinguishing traits between these species are that they have two pair of membranous wings that are covered in tiny scales. Some of the moths, though, are wingless. They have large compound eyes. Antenna is present. Butterflies have a thin antenna with a club tip, while moths have a antenna that resembles a feather. They all go through a complete metamorphosis, and they have mouth parts that are formed into a sucking tube.
Their natural habitat is in 6 out of 7 continents, except for Antarctica. There are many successful species in nearly every environment, from arid deserts and high mountaintops to marshes and tropical rainforests. They aren't usually in abundance in one particular habitat, with a few exceptions. One of those exceptions is this picture right here from California of the monarch butterfly, who migrates to California in the winter months to breed and feed. Some of the insects most beneficial to human interests are actually utilized within agriculture and forestry, and many of these species do migrate to various climates and habitats throughout the seasons for different feeding grounds or breeding opportunities, as well as a warmer climate.
Then moving on to their diet, most moths and butterflies, they have a diet consisting of leaves and foliage and wood from trees. However, there are a few species that include cannibalism in their diet that consist of caterpillars and insects with soft bodies. As this group develops into an All right, and as this group develops into an adult, they have a diet that includes sap and nectar.
And the butterfly I chose today is the golden somber-marked butterfly. The Hawaii Department of Agriculture and Land and Natural Resources has proposed releasing this butterfly to help curb an invasive tree species. This tree is the Miconia tree, which grows more than 52 feet tall and has dark leaves that can actually shade over and dominate other species, eventually taking over larger areas. They have studied this species and the larva of the golden somber-marked butterfly in Hawaii as well as Costa Rica. They found that they overwhelmingly prefer feeding on only the Miconia trees and a few close relatives. This can actually decrease the leaf size and eventually the tree population, which will regulate the ecosystem. There was a proposed $60,000 cost, which actually helped the east part of Maui as well as Hawaii with self-sustained populations.
Okay, so the species that I chose was the pipevine swallowtails. So their scientific name is Batis philanor. One interesting characteristic about this butterfly is it's the one of few butterflies that lay their eggs in clusters. They also have bright orange markings on the adults and larvae to serve to warn predators of their toxicity levels. A cultural significance they have is that in the Philippines, they are considered a sign of bad luck. Ecological threats consist of habitat destruction, pollution, introduction of exotic species, and commercial exploitation.
And then lastly, the species that I chose was the peacock butterfly. This species of butterfly has a unique pattern on its wings, and this confuses or even scares predators away. It is also, as I found, a larger type of butterfly with a wingspan ranging from 2.4 to 2.7 inches. This species right nectar and other types of plants in its surroundings. With it, as an average butterfly can live for about 2 weeks, this peacock butterfly ranges of a lifespan for around 11 months. And I just wanted to show you guys where we can see in the picture of the peacock butterfly, the bottom portion of its wings resembles like blue eyes. When in the sight of a predator feeling threatened, the peacock butterfly will create this hissing sound with rubbing its wings against each other to scare the predator away, actually. And which is cool, if you look at the picture of the peacock butterfly upside down, it is said that the pattern of their wings looks similar to a face of an owl.
And here is our works cited. Thank you so much.